outboard ThunderFX audio card is really an interesting piece. Taking a look, obviously it's aimed at gamers. It connects not only to your PC, but also to an Xbox 360 or a PS3 as well. The ThunderFX specs out really well, 114 dB on the signal-to-noise ratio. The digital analog converter included actually is 120 dB and is capable of 192 kilohertz at 24-bit resolution. Really phenomenal. Also, the headphone amplifier built in here shares a lot in common with the audiophile Zonar Essence STX. So you know you're going to be getting some fantastic sound. Uses the Texas Instruments op-amp once again in the headphone output section. But let's take a look at the actual usage of the unit. Once it's plugged in, powers right up. Uses the dual USB that we saw before. They do suggest selecting your PC, Xbox, or PS3 prior to plugging it in. This is recommended in the manual, so it will start up in the correct mode. You've got your volume control right here, which is obviously simply a knob. Right next to it, you've got master voice and volume. That tells you what the volume control is controlling at that point. Master will control the voice as well as what you're hearing. Press it, go voice only. Press again. If you're running a game, it will go to game only, so you'll raise only the game volume without raising the master of the voice. Headphone input, microphone input, Xbox 360 input, and also right there you see the microphone for the enhanced noise cancellation right there, as well as an on-off light for it. That will not light until it is activated through PC software, which comes with the ThunderFX. On the rear of the unit, very, very simple. 2 RCAs for audio input, USB, which is your input completely for a PC, also is used for power when you're running one of your games. Also, it comes with the Xbox 360 adapter to plug into the 2 RCAs. Taking a look at the software included with the ThunderFX, it's actually very, very robust. Starting out very simple, obviously going first across the top, playback, headphone out, capture, mic in, sample rate, output EQ, environmental effects, and virtual 7.1 speaker shifter is on right now. So you get a status display right up at the top. Going over to the next panel, you've got quick links to first-person shooter mode, hi-fi mode, racing mode, RTS mode, and manual. Set up this way, you've got quick links to all of these, and obviously all are tuned for particularly these types of games, or in the case of hi-fi, obviously, for music. Up in the right, smart volume on and off, 0 3D on and off, and enhanced environmental noise cancellation on and off, which will bring up a message to make sure that your mic is plugged in. Moving on, if you right click on the speakers, or the headphone I should say, you'll get all of your panels, headphone settings, headphone gains down the bottom so you can actually tune to your particular headphones for proper gain. Sample rate, again, goes all the way up to 192 at 24 bits capable, but you will lose some of the environmental effects and possibly the EQ as well at anything over 48. Moving on to the EQ, 10-band EQ, nice up top. You actually see this is where you're going to get car effects in racing games, voice, gunshots, footsteps, where they're going to be most evident. So when you're setting up your EQ, you can set it up for exactly what you're doing. Of course, you also get presets down the bottom for different types of music. Environmental effects. You've got your standard environments that we've seen in most of the ASUS pieces and a lot of other pieces as well. Generic padded cell, bathroom, to set up delay and reverb for those types of environments. Also, you get room size, small, medium, or large. 7.1 virtual speaker shifter. You can actually tune exactly where you would like to be in the room, close the room in or out, or manually adjust each speaker. You can actually put the speakers where you think they should be to your best of your hearing, and always hit the reset at the bottom, brings it right back to factory default. Sing FX, basically another way of saying karaoke. Does have key shifting, so you can tune the music to a place you are comfortable with singing, and enable vocal fading to take the voice out as you would in karaoke. Now we'll get to the microphone also has adjustments for Sing FX, so if you're going to be recording your own voice or doing karaoke, you can go in there as well. And finally, surround headphone, very simple, on and off, surround max, and finally room size down the bottom is completely adjustable. On the microphone end, you've got your mic volume control, selectable sample rate for the microphone. Sing FX, as we said, you have echo for the microphone, or you also have Magic Voice, which is a voice emulation device, so you can shift your voice over to a monster, cartoon character, male or female, so basically a voice disguising or effects program. And finally, the environmental noise cancellation on the microphone, on or off. So very, very nice, very robust looking software with the ThunderFX, which is going to greatly enhance and allow you to tweak out exactly how the ThunderFX sounds and get it to go with exactly what you're doing and to your preferences, because listening is a very subjective thing. People's ears aren't all the same, and everybody likes their sound a little bit different. So you've got a lot to work with here to get the ThunderFX sounding exactly as you like. With the ThunderFX, ASUS is really giving you a lot to work with in terms of sound, especially gaming sound. The ThunderFX, like I say, is built off of a lot of the same technology as the Essence STX and sounds just about as good. It's really a phenomenal sounding piece, whether it be for music, gaming, or multimedia. In our subjective listening tests, it was really one of the best we've ever heard. So really a great added value into the Formula 5 motherboard, and something you can take with you and not only use on your PC, but with your console games as well.